Hello everyone, this is Instructor AK from EK Technology. So today we'll be covering Microsoft Azure and how to create a virtual machine in your Azure. Okay. So Azure 103, the Azure Administrator, which is Microsoft Azure Administrator certification exam. Everything you need to know. I'm going to from my Outlook account, the Microsoft Azure, to be able to go to Azure Cloud Board. And it'll ask me some authentication verification in order to security purposes. Welcome to Azure Cloud Board. Viewers, we are now in Azure Cloud Board. So right now, as I talked about earlier on, the VMware virtual machine. So today we'll be talking about how to create a virtual machine in Azure. Okay. So let's we find out first what is virtual machine. Well, Azure Virtual Machine is one of several types of on-demand scalable computing resource that Azure offers on Azure VM. Gives you that flexible of virtualization without having to buy and maintain the physical hardware that runs it. So basically, you don't have to buy any physical, device. You have a virtual machine to run in this cloud boot. Okay. So same thing, that Azure, it's, the image services, the instance is image services that provide on-demand scalable computing resource. Okay. And as you can see over here, we have a lot of categories here. We are deploying all this category frequently in order to submit our software applications, functions, images, all resources. Okay. So, machine behave like a server. It is computer within a computer that provides the user same experience they would have on the host operating system itself. So, which is virtual machine is very demandable in order to, do your work in your office environment. Okay. So now, before we go to create a virtual machine, we have to create a resource group. Okay. So now we go to the category resource group. Okay. So now we have to go to add. Okay. Okay. So now we are here in our resource group. And as you can see, I have now my subscription Azure one and resource group. And I have to explain you what is resource group about. So as you can see on the top, they have already briefly explained it. A resource group, a container that holds a related resource for an Azure solution. The resource group can include all the resources for the solution for only those resources that you want to manage. As a group, decide how you want to allocate resource group based on makes the most sense of your organization. In example, when you have multiple classes, right? In example, you have algebra 1, you have algebra 2, you have a geometry, you have a living environment, chemistry, physics. What do? You have a folder you create as a name, which is living environment. You create a folder which is named chemistry. You create a folder name algebra 2. You have created a name of geometry. So that's how you create all the folder in order to, what do? Create a resource, right? So that's all about the resource group is. So you have a company called, in example, AA Academy. And under the AA Academy, they have a lot of resource group. And that is what we call the resource group in order to, deploy your all the works to your AA Academy. So that's what you know about the resource group. Okay. So now I have to create my resource group, which is, in example, I'm going to give my company name, which is EKTECH, EKTech, okay? And they recommended for me US East because my region is in East side, United States. That's how they recommended me, so I'm going with them, okay? And then, as you can see over here, tag plus review. I'm not going to go tag and nothing. I'm going to go right away all the way to go review and create in order to create my resource group. So now you can, if you click your create before you read it, because you may have a wrong, subscription, the resource group. So you make sure you check your validation. Okay, they have given you pass and you create it. Okay, once you create, as you can see, resource group, it's created. Okay, that's perfect. Now you just refresh it, your, board, refresh one more time. Okay, you'll be able to see the resource group name. As you can see, viewers, you have to do a couple of times in order to, they have take also one credit. So my remaining credit, which is 199.87. So this is a free credit remaining. Okay, so they're not charging from your card. It's a free credit remaining. Okay, so that's my resource group over here. I have created. Now I have to go to the virtual machine to create my the VMware. Okay, the virtual machine. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to virtual machine. Okay, once you can go from create a virtual machine, or you can go to the virtual machine and add whichever way you want to create it. I want to go from create a virtual machine. So once you go to the virtual machine, what you've seen over here, a bunch of category over here in order to deploy your virtual machine. So like over here, there's mentioned that create a virtual machine that runs Linux or Windows. Select image as your marketplace, use own customized image, complete the basic tab. Okay, so basically they're explaining to you that before you enter, you're creating a virtual machine, make sure you have your all customized category that design, so that in order to do that you have to make sure you have it in your hand before you go disk one, network management, advanced, and then review and click. Okay, so now I am over here with my resource group. Okay, same thing as I mentioned. Right? Once you click your resource group, you'll be able to see that EKTech, the folder that we have been created a while ago, resource group. Okay, now if you could scroll it down a little bit, then you'll be able to see that the instant details, the virtual machine name. So you have to create your virtual machine name. In example, my company EKTech VM, and they will verify it for you whether it's applicable for this name, and they give a tick, green signal. Now the reason they have over here United States, Central US. I'm gonna go for Central US, okay, as they recommended me. As you can see, it's a gray, okay, or I can also go for East US, as I have my resource group. Okay, I can even do that, but since it's in Central US, I'm going to create from Central US. Now I'm going to go to availability options, where it's should be no infrastructure redundancy required because it's a defaultly. And the image, what is image? Image is about a operating system. Okay, so now once you clicked it here, you'll be able to see Red Hat operating system, SUSE operating system, CentOS, Debian, Oracle, Windows, as you can see, and also Windows 10. Okay, so since we're working on Windows Server 2012 R2 data center, we'll be creating a server Windows virtual machine, which is the 2012 R2. So we're going to create this one. If you want to create in Ubuntu, Linux, Red Hat, you can even do that. Okay, so now I'm in over here. Now we go to the chain size. We don't have to do nothing. The default is set up for us, which is 2 VPCU, which is virtual CPU, then 8 GB memory, monthly 154. That's the cost. So you can go, that's the standard. You can go to change size. If you want to go higher than what it is, you can go. See, they give us the grayscale, which is standard, 8 GB RAM, 2 VP CPU, 16 temporary storage, so on. So, okay, then premium disk, yes, okay. So if you want to go for a B2, if you want to go for B2MS, more higher you go, more pay you do, okay. So now we go back. Sorry, my mistake. So I'm gonna go EK. My virtual name was EK Tech VM, and I was in Central US. That's default. That's we did for 2012 data center, and then change as a default. Now, administrator account, we must have to have a username and password in order to go your remote desktop. Okay, that's for your administrator level. Okay, so you have to have a very strong password in order to success your administrator level password. Okay, so you make sure you do very strong security purposes. Okay, so now my username in example ektech. Okay, ektech vm. Let's see if they take it. Yes, all these green signals, basically my username. They mention that what you can do, what you cannot do. Okay, now the critical thing is password. Okay, so now I want to do my password, which is caps and EW, then caps YORK, then USA, then 1234. Okay, that's the critical password that I given. Now I'm gonna go to confirm, which is same thing, MAW, then YORK USA 1234. Let's see if it doesn't matches. Okay, it's perfect. So viewers, as you can see, I strongly demonstrate my password into this Azure board. Now I'm going to go to inbound port rules. So what is inbound port rules? So inbound port rules is accessible public internet where you can specify, limited your network access. Okay. So obviously you can see my RDP, which is a remote desktop protocol. Okay. So this is my allow select protocol ports. I'm not going to press none because if I do none, then from other machine cannot access these RDP ports. So I have to always allow it. Okay. So as you can see, they mentioned over here, this will allow all IP address to access your virtual machine that I am creating on over here. Okay, it's clear to you. Okay, so now another question to save money. They have given the hybrid benefits. Already have it on Windows Server license. So if you have a Windows Server license, you press yes. If you don't have it, no, because we are doing here free tier access. So we're gonna do no. Okay. So now we're gonna go right away review and create. We can go that way, but before that, we have to know about disk network management advanced and tag. So believe me or not, we'll go with you guys disk networking management. What is all this about? But before that, we want to create a topic about the virtual machine. So let us stick with how to create Windows Server virtual machine today. But I'm gonna go next, everything as in default. Okay. Now management default, nothing we have to do over here. Okay. Now we're gonna go to management here. Okay, so now as you can see the monitoring. So what is boot diagnostic? So boot diagnostic, it works for the basic plan to protect the virtual machine. So always we have to do the off. So when you do off, you'll do definitely identity defaultly for you. Okay, then we go to next advanced, then we go to next tag, then we go review and create. Okay. Now you can see that it will take a little while. Okay, the validations is passed. Okay, they are charging me like subscription, which is this amount, 0.2, not even $1. That's the standard size, and the terms they're giving it to you, and then of course RDP ports, subscription name, your resource name that you want to create, your VM name, EKTech VM, Central US, your religion, your reason, your infrastructure redundancy is defaultly EKTech VM perfect on public inbound. RDP. So you go through it. You have default subnet, right? You have basic free. This is a free tier. Okay, so on. So now we're gonna go to create. Dear viewers, now we're gonna create a virtual machine. It's deployment. It's in progress. It's working. It'll take little time, and our virtual machine EKTech. Okay, so let us wait little. Dear viewers, as you can see, deployment success. Okay, deployment create. They give you the notification from here. Okay, so now you can go to your resource. Okay, welcome to virtual machine in Microsoft Azure Cloud. So that's how it look like. You can see that your subscription ID over here. You can see your status running. Perfect. You can see your public IP address. Wonderful. You can see your private IP address. So private IP address for those who are in one geographical area, LAN card. Okay, you connecting from private IP address. If you're connecting from another, internet provider, then you have to use a public IP address. So for example, you have one region in New Jersey or Ohio or Texas. So from Texas to you want to connect it here. That's how you have to use public IP address. So we're gonna go connect now virtual machine to see how it does look like and everything. So you can go couple of way to connect your virtual machine. Okay, once you can go connect from here. Okay, once you click to connect your RDP. Okay, as you can see, RDP, you are not doing SSH or Bastion, because SSH is for Linux purposes. So we're gonna go RDP. Our port number is there. Now we're gonna download RDP file. So once we download the RDP file, you can see the monitor sign. Okay, that's called remote desktop. Same thing as over here, remote desktop. Okay, so you can go from your physical computer too, because I went to my physical computer, like here. If I can cross it, that's my physical computer. So as you can see, I type here remote desktop, open. That's how it comes. Okay, and now we're gonna go to our panel over here. So now you can go either way. You can connect from here, this IP address, or you can connect from from the virtual resource machine. So I want to go from here. I download my PDF or RDP file, and I'm gonna press yes, connect. And they're asking for the credential. Remember, we have entered our credential name, which is the EKTech, right, and the password. So we have to do the same thing. So EKTECH, EKTech, and password NEWYORK USA 1234. Let's see if we can connect it. The password is wrong. So we wanna try one way, which is we're gonna see the overview here. Let's see, the computer name EKTech VM. Okay, so we're gonna go EKTech VM, EKTECH, EKTech VM. The password is NEWYORK New York USA 1234. Let us try again. Let's see. Okay, perfect. So the desktop connection, yes, is good. Yes. Well, that's my virtual machine over here. Dear viewers, as you can see, you have your own virtual machine rather than your physical machine. You can create multiple 100, 200 virtual machine in order to do your multi-work, in industry. Okay. As you can see, that's my server manager 2012 R2. Okay. And that's my servers look like. Now we can work add role features, create server group. We can create another server group. Everything is perfect. We can go all server. We can go to our tools. All server. We can go and check. Let's see what can we do here. You can see EKTech VM. That's my private IP address. Okay, as you can see my public IP address on the top. Okay, and application system, everything there. You can go to tools, all the tools you can deploy whichever way you want to, work your performance for you deploying in the server. That's about it. Okay, so dear viewers, this is the um, server look like. You can go, you can work your PC, this PC same like your real machine. They give us 14 GB storage. You can extend it more, in order to work more heavy work. That's your download file and everything. You can get more partition your storage here. So we'll be going more ahead, learn about how to do storage, how to add more storage and image and so on. So okay, so that's about it, dear viewers. Thank you very much for watching Windows operating system in Server 2012 R2 Data Center. Okay, now I'm gonna close it. Okay, that's the one. I'm gonna close this virtual machine. Your remote session will be disconnected, yes, because my work is done. Okay, so that's how you launch your virtual machine in your Azure cloud. Okay, so now I wanna delete this resource. If you wanna delete, that's perfect. If you don't wanna delete, they will charge you every day basis. Okay, so now you go to and over here delete. Okay, you press delete. Delete virtual machine. This action will permanently delete. Yes, I want to delete this one. Okay, it'll take a little second to deleting the virtual machine. As you can see, little line notification here. It's working on it to delete this resource. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the my resource group over here. Over here, I'm gonna delete it from my resource group. You have to click it. It will take a little time. Okay, as you can see, I have a lot of resources here. Okay, all right, so many resources here. So I'm going to delete all of it. So now I'm going to highlight this one. Okay, and I'm going to press delete resource group. Once I click that, and they said that deleting the EK Tech resource group, it's irrevocable, means they're giving a notification before whether you want to permanently delete this. Okay, look, the before successfully delete the virtual machine, while we are deleting the virtual machine is successful now. So now let us go delete resource group. So all you have to do, type EKTech, TECH. Soon as you typed it, if it matches with your EKTech, and you will come up delete. Okay, so you press that, you're starting your deleting. Okay, that's about it, guys. Thank you very much for watching EK Technology. And we're the biggest firm over here in United States and America, also around the whole world. Please feel free to contact me for any kind of certification course, any kind of problem you have, and I will solve you out. Thank you very much. We'll see you next session. Till we take care. Be safe and healthy.